please click the thumbs up button. Thumbs up this video. Make sure you say hi in the comments right now to let me know that you're engaged. It helps with the algorithm. Thumbs up, say hi, subscribe, choose all notifications. Let's get into this. Thumbs up, say hi right now. Tasha K spoke with Derrick Jaxn's alleged mistress. This is woman number 3. The title of the video, and I'm going to post a link in the description box. If you never saw it, just make sure you say Meat Magazine sent me, okay? The title of the video is Exclusive. Derrick Jaxn's current mistress is pissed and tells all. Audio plus receipts. Thumbs up this video. She cast multiple red flags during her conversation with Tasha K, in my opinion. Now, this woman who was a surgeon is named Nikki, like Nicki Minaj. Allegedly, Nikki spoke with Derrick as recent as this week or last week, allegedly. Okay, I'm going in chronological order according to the notes that I took. So some of this information may be repeated or corrected as I go on, so bear with me. Excuse me. Nikki says she does not have social media and she does not follow bloggers. She claims Derrick contacted her recently and told her or instructed her to block anyone who reaches out and contacts her about him, blogs, whatever. Okay, allegedly. Now, he claims, now this is according to Nikki, remember, this is all alleged. She claims Derrick said he was supposed to do an interview with a blogger. However, he never said who this mystery blogger was, presumably Tasha K. And he declined the interview. And now this blogger was on a smear campaign. Now, for the record, Tasha K says she would never, ever ask for a Derrick Jaxn interview. Okay? Nikki claims Derrick has blocked her on all social media sites. Then she says something to let us know that she's a liar. Listen closely. She claims that Derrick has blocked her on YouTube and she can't see his videos unless someone else uploads them, as in a third party. And I can assure you that this is a lie. When YouTubers say things like, we can see the people who visit our channel, I'm talking like if you watch our videos but you don't leave a comment or whatever, we can see that you visited our channel. That's a lie. And when people say things like, if we block you on our channels, you can't see our videos, that's a lie too. The only thing that blocking somebody on YouTube does is stops them from commenting on your channel. They can still comment on other people's channels on your comments. So, for example, if I block you right now on my channel and I go to the Breakfast Club or the Kevin Samuels channel or Abba and Preach or wherever you may have seen me comment, and you go to my comment there, you can still reply to me. You just can't post comments on my videos. You can see my videos. You can reply to my comments everywhere except for my channel. It literally only blocks you commenting on my channel. That's it. For the record, Nikki claims she saw a video of Derrick Jaxn's waste of a wife when she went on her sister's account on YouTube. In other words, you know, she's blocked, so she wouldn't have even been able to see the video on her own account. Now, the reason why I say that Derrick Jaxn's wife is a waste of a wife is because I took a good look at her. That woman is fine as hell. Derrick Jaxn's wife is beautiful. She needs a rebound, dude. She needs to cheat. I'll give her this whole mean 3.5 inches. What's good? And no, I'm not joking. I mean, if he's out there doing his thing, she needs to do mine. I have no idea why Nikki is telling a lie like this whole, he has me blocked so I can't see his videos. You know, maybe to make things seem more like she doesn't watch his videos, like she's so busy or she's just so, you know, such an amazing woman that she wouldn't sit around watching that. A stupid lie like this, in my opinion, ruins a person's credibility off the rip. I was, you know, listening to her with a sharp ear and looking at her with a keen eye, you know, when she said that, because I'm like, why would you make such a stupid lie? Like, what would be the point? What would you get out of that? She says that she blocked him last night and he texted her from a different number. And I had to ask myself this question. If he already has her blocked on his phone, why did she block him? To be spiteful? Like, you blocked me, so I'm going to block you now. And then he tries to contact her from a new number, you know, because you know, she has him blocked. Like, why would you block him if he already has you blocked? He already caught up contact with you. But I'm just asking. Anyways, so I had to ask myself that question. I also had to ask myself this. She's a surgeon, right? Is she the same surgeon that was fired for dancing and listening to music while on social media up there on live. Do y'all remember that lady? The one that was doing the Bankhead bounce? Y'all remember that video? Was she listening to some Young Jeezy or some crap? Y'all remember that video? Anyways, if I find it, I'll post it in the description box and the comment section if I remember. And I'm pretty sure I can find it. Anyway, he says something about wanting to speak with her face to face about the issue. I'm not sure if she means FaceTime or physically in front of her face, but he definitely wanted to holler at her about this whole situation. And what makes things so interesting is she said that she's not from Georgia. And if he did not call her, she would not have known what in the world was going on. She would have been oblivious because she's just that disconnected from what goes on in his life, on social media, and his business dealings and whatnot. She's just really not paying attention. Remember, this is a surgeon here, but she's so dumb that somebody she was sleeping with, she just, pays no attention to him. And I think these are all red flags. You're dealing with a celebrity who allegedly has a book deal, new book on the way or whatever, on the table, who is known all over the internet on World Star, YouTube, etc. And you have no idea what he does in general. You have no idea of the big scandal that's going on. And the only way that you found out is because he contacted you personally. Nobody you know knows who this fool is. You don't pay attention to what he does. And I don't believe you. You need more people. Heifer. If you think lying to us makes you sound more credible or innocent, despite your alleged affair with a married man, Miss Innocent, if you think that makes us think you're innocent or off the hook, guess what, Heifer? You're sadly mistaken. You're telling us you have no idea what's going on unless he contacts you. It just makes you sound stupid when you say that. You're making yourself look like somebody who has no credibility and should not even be a surgeon in the first place. Now, me personally, I wouldn't trust the Heifer to do surgery on my fish. Honestly, do y'all trust her? Let me know in the comments. Does this woman sound credible to y'all? I wouldn't trust this Heifer to do surgery in an all-male courtroom. Surgery. Anyways, this Heifer claims she met Derrick Jaxn October 29th of 2020. And in less than 5 months, she became pregnant with this child. She claims this is how they met. One day, she's walking into Lenox Mall. She's texting on her phone or whatever. She turns around. Derrick Jaxn's like, "Excuse me, ma'am." You dropped this. Now, I'll just mess with y'all. But seriously, he was like, "Excuse me, ma'am," allegedly. And then he introduced himself, not as Derrick Jaxn, but just as D. And he said, "I saw you walking in, and I think you're gorgeous." Really? That's what Derrick Jaxn said to this Heifer? "I saw you walking in, and I think you're gorgeous. Hi, my name is D. And I got this D. Do you want to be with me?" Really, Derrick? Is that really how it went down? Anyways, I don't know. I'd rather, spit to these Heifers like Tariq Nasheed style than to do it Derrick Jaxn style, but that's my opinion. Anyway, he goes on to say, "I just wanted to know, can I get your number? So we can talk and build a friendship or maybe some Legos." Okay, no, seriously. Allegedly, that's what he said to her. "Can I get your number so we can talk and build a friendship?" So she says that he was polite and he was a gentleman. But what man is not polite and a gentleman when he wants to get rough with those cheeks? You be gentle with the Heifer to get rough with the meat. You know what I'm saying? She claims she's never been to his house and he always comes to her house. That sounds like she knows that he's married. Red flag, red flag. Now, remember, she said that she never saw his videos before. However, if you look at she did see his videos after this happened. Allegedly, the videos where there are white arches in the background in his videos, that is her house. Allegedly. You can see it in the background of his videos. Okay? So for anybody else wondering how she's living, that's how she's living. Whatever that house is in the background with the white arches. I don't know, because I don't really watch his videos. I just started to, because I knew who he was and I saw some of his material and it was so cringeworthy. So I never got into it. I don't think I've ever posted a comment on his channel or anything like that. You know what I mean? I'm not a fan of him. I look at him as the enemy. I actually mentioned him recently. I think it was in a Love and Hip Hop video. And I was like, yeah, this idiot Derrick Jaxn said blah, blah, blah. I was reading his comment that he left on the Shade Room because I totally know who he is. I just wasn't, too familiar with his material. I know that he panders and I don't F with him. But anyways, let me get back to the story and then I'll talk more about me and my hatred for Derrick Jaxn. Excuse me, my dislike and disgust and disdain. Isn't disdain hate? I think it's a strong hatred. Anyways, no, that's despise. But anyways, she said things moved fast with Derrick Jaxn. He would always come to her at the hospital that she worked at on her lunch breaks. You know, whenever she was doing, rather, between surgeries. You know, she would cut open a person or whatever, do whatever she had to do as far as surgery was concerned. And then he would surgically, you know, separate her legs. And, you know, that's just how they got down. Now, Nikki claims that Derrick said to her, if a blogger contacts her, you know, I want to protect your medical license. I don't want you in this frenzy with me. So in other words, he was just, you know, trying to look out for her like a good friend, like a good boyfriend or whatever he's supposed to be. She also claims that Derrick told her Tasha K and his wife, listen to this closely, Tasha K and his wife know each other, and they were working basically on a smear campaign against him, allegedly. This is what Nikki's saying, that Derrick Jaxn said, my wife and Tasha K, or excuse me, the blogger, are allegedly working together. Because remember, he never called Tasha K by her name. She also claims that after this, she saw him on a video with his wife, you know, the infamous video. I guess it's the video where they were holding hands. He told her, I'm referring to Nikki here, that he would explain what's going on to her later. And I just realized something. When people block you on social media, they can't see your profile if it's like Twitter or Instagram unless the person's like not logged in. Then they can see. But on YouTube, it just doesn't work that way. You only block people from commenting on your channel. So he has social media. So if you couldn't see him on YouTube because you were blocked, why wouldn't you be able to just go see him elsewhere? You had to go on your sister's account. I'm just really realizing like how dumb her story is. But anyways, she says after knowing Derrick Jaxn for a week, he came to her house, and in her words, they engaged in sexual activity. Let me not say stupid, sexual activity, okay? Mind you, they met at the end of October, 2 days before Halloween, okay? October 29th. And by the end of November or early December, she found out she was pregnant. So let's say about a month after they met at the mall, it went down. I wonder if they smashed a young jock. These people were sick. Y'all were raw dogging. In less than a month, you got pregnant. Anyways, now he's a married man, and this black woman is what, a PhD? I mean, she's a surgeon, so I assume she has a PhD, okay? You know, and this just goes to show you that PhD crap means nothing. These sisters are running around bragging about their degrees. They don't have a degree in common sense. You're going to go up there and smash some dude that you barely know anything about who introduced himself as D, but at least he was honest. Hey, what's your name, D? In other words, that's what he has to bring to the table. That's what he's there for. That's what he's there to give her. So I ain't mad at him. You must have met this guy and got pregnant with his baby pretty fast, huh? Anyway, she's 32, and she told him, look, I don't have any kids, and I don't want to have one right now. And she claims that he acted in a very emotional manner. However, now she thinks that was just all an act. That emotion that he was showing was just him trying to save face and act like he cared or whatever, but he was just fronting. She claims he wanted to talk to her about it, but he wanted her to have the baby. Okay? So did he want you to have the baby? Was he acting? Was it a combination of both? I wish I could have got clarification. Anyway, she claims he kept coming with sob stories like he's trying to get a divorce from his wife, and he's tired of threatening to take everything that he worked for, blah, blah, blah. And I want you women to pay attention, okay? He is a somewhat successful man. I don't know particularly how successful he is technically. He could be a millionaire for all. I don't really know personally, but he's at least somewhat successful. And he's on the come up. He hasn't reached his full potential yet. You know, if he hasn't earned millions of dollars, he probably will at some point, okay? And he feels as if he built his empire all by himself. That his wife, or this is all alleged, he feels as if the empire that he built is either all or mainly because of him. I need you women to really, really think about that, okay? This part is important because this is how most women think about what they bring to the table. and the feeling is mutual. Okay. Most women feel like I brought what I brought to the table and what's mine is mine. And that's what he's telling you. He's telling you just like a woman would. Okay. Now, for some reason, y'all think that a man, excuse me, all men, you think, want a woman who has nothing at all or just don't care about whether or not a woman has anything, because most men are not concerned with marrying a wealthy woman. You assume that means we don't care whether or not you're living in a box when we meet you. And for most men, that's not true. Most men want you to have something, even if it's a studio bedroom apartment to go to. If he gets sick of you, he wants you to go home, and a hoopty, putt. You know what I mean? Like most men want you to at least have something. Okay, for the record, because if we didn't care about what you have, we could just go down to the women's shelter and go snag one of them ladies who really have nothing. You know what I mean? If it was like that, then we could really be the hero. How often do you hear a woman say, I didn't have a job when I met him. I didn't have my own place. I didn't have a car. The only thing I had was the one outfit on my back. And I had a stick with a scarf tied to the end with my belongings, my makeup, my fake up, a bottle of water or whatever, and a little scarf attached to the end of a stick like a cartoon character. And that's all I had in this world. And then he came down on a cloud and he saved me. Like, y'all have to be looking for Jesus. And that's why y'all love some Derrick Jaxn, because Derrick Jaxn pretended to be Jesus. But I'll talk about that another time, my Lord. Anyways, I'm not being very specific with what a man wants, but most men want women to have something. It doesn't mean a mansion like y'all want from us, but we want y'all for the most part to have something. Now, me personally, I'll take a homeless woman, but that ain't none of y'all business. So I'm not going to get into that. Okay. About, the type of stuff that I'm into, because that's not what this video is about. Okay. So anyway, women's brains basically shut down when men don't get ultra specific, but just bear with me here. And it's not that we don't care. It's just that it means far less to us than it does to y'all. Okay. But anyways, Nikki claims that she didn't know that Derrick Jaxn lived with his wife. She claims he told her that he was living with his cousin and he was going through a legal battle with his estranged wife, who was supposed to be in Arkansas, or as educated people would say, Arkansas. She said the biggest fear is that she has cameras at her home and she can prove he was at her house between those walls and in her walls and got the draws, dog. Shout out to Tommy from Martin, RIP. Okay, she didn't say it like that, but you know what I mean. You get my drift. She said that your boy, Derrick Jaxn, was at her house and them cameras can prove it. And she also said later on that she was going to send Tasha K that exclusive tea, that video footage of your man Derrick Jaxn at her house. So Tasha K will be posting that soon. She also says that Derrick was trying to get to her house last night. And remember, this is a pre-recorded interview. So this wasn't literally last night, but this is very recent. And he was trying to figure out her security system. This is what she claims. He was trying to figure out what angles the cameras were pointing. And she said, we looked. I don't know who we is, but pay attention to the details. She said, we looked, and he's passing by 4 or 5 times, slowing down, looking at her cameras. So why didn't he just stop and take a good look instead of driving by? Well, instead of slowing down, because that looks very suspicious for the same car to ride by 4 or 5 times. So she talked to him the next morning and she said, I don't know what's going on, with you and why these other women are coming out to talk about you, because he never told Nikki that he was dealing with other women at all. Never mind, not just the wife, but other women, period, at all. She was supposed to be the only one. Nikki alleges that the video with his wife, the one that everybody was clowning, is fake. They're not together. She's basically working with him to cover up their breakup. Now, these weren't just Nikki's words. I guess this is allegedly what Derrick told her to cover his behind. Like, look, that video, she's just looking out for me. We're still going through the divorce. I guess still trying to hold on to Nikki, sticky Nikki, allegedly. I'll just say this. Pay attention to the details, because the devil's in the details. She said he can't get through the gate anymore at her house. And let's get this straight. You live in a gated community. And here he allegedly had the code to your gate, allegedly? I would love to know the answer to that question. Do you live in like a mansion where there's a gate, or is it a gated community where you live among other people? And he had the code to the gate to where he could get to other people's houses. I need to know. I need somebody to be specific. Did someone come and stay with her during this whole situation when everything blew up? Or did somebody already live with her? Because she kept saying we. Who's this we? Anyway, Nikki claims to not have known he had children. Tasha K pointed out how there's a car seat in the back of his car in his videos. Well, remember, she only saw his videos after this stuff came out. Anyway, because look, I'm pointing out things. Pay attention. She starts going into the story about perfume and how his friend's mother, according to his story, his admissions, his friend's mother was like, what is this perfume or cologne that you smell like? Whatever it is you have on smells good. Then she said something really dumb. She was like, what 30-something-year-old has their mother just chilling at their house? Because remember, this is supposed to be the friend's mother that said this. And it's like, look, maybe their family is just close like that. What's wrong with somebody's mother chilling at their house, or, you know, a child visiting their mother? I mean, it's the pandemic. People's parents need things. The kids need things. Why wouldn't families stick close at times like these? Like how is that so far-fetched, crazy, or weird, or whatever, for a 30-something-year-old's mother to be visiting them? Yeah, I just think that's just a really ignorant thing to say. Like, with all of the red flags that she's raising, she dares to say it raised red flags when he said something about like his friend's mother smelling the perfume. That was the red flag for you? Out of all of the things about Derrick Jaxn, my friend's mother said something about the scent that was on me. Whatever, heifer. She was kind of all over the place in this interview. It was really hard to keep up with her. She said that she brought up this perfume story to a friend of hers, and she was like, no, no, another woman must have smelled the perfume on him and called him out for it. That wasn't his friend's mother, so it had to be some other chick, whether it was the wife or a side chick or whatever, but it wasn't, you know, no friend's mother. Like, what is this dude talking about? So the friend didn't believe that story either, apparently. And I have to ask this question. As nosy as black women are, or women in general, but particularly black women, y'all didn't ever look up who this man was? None of you saw him on social media or knew that he was married or anything, and he's a celebrity? It would make me feel better to hear her just say, look, he was married. I knew he was married, and I just didn't care. Okay? Just me personally, I just feel like the things that she's saying just don't make sense. But anyways, she didn't know she didn't know he was married thing is just so annoying to me. Anyways, so he asked her what type of perfume she wears, and she told him, and he went and bought it. It's a perfume called Alien. He bought 2 of the bottles, 2 gift boxes or whatever. How do I know that? She said that it said on the receipt that there were 2 of them that were purchased. So she came to the conclusion now he must have bought 2, which makes me ask this question. You didn't know that he was married or seeing another woman at all. However, a double gift box purchase of Alien perfume set off the red flags for you. I'm trying to tell you, I think this heifer is lying, or at least she's withholding information. Or in the immortal words of Skeletor, just like a woman. That's what y'all do. So out of everything that happened, it took for the receipt with the 2 gift boxes of perfume for you to figure out that something wasn't okay, whatever. Now, for the record, this heifer said when she met Derrick, I guess at her house, he smashed 5 times that first day. He hit it 5 times. In other words, he's a demolition man. Because she has no walls. Derrick Wrecking Balls Jaxn. Miss Jaxn, if you're nasty. Allegedly. She said Derrick waited like 2.5 hours until she was done performing a surgery just to get to those cheeks. And when he got to that big rear end, he smashed in his truck. And I want to know whether or not they did this in the parking lot at the hospital. Where did he get those cheeks? Was it in broad daylight? Oh, my stomach is rumbling. I'm hungry. I gotta hurry up, finish the video so I can go eat some breakfast. Did he smash in broad daylight? Was it nighttime? Was it dusk? What time was it, my Jesus? I need to know what time of the day it was. I need to know more details. Did they at least use a rubber then? Anyway, this nasty hoe said they didn't use protection after a month. Then she corrected herself. She said they didn't use protection after 2 weeks. You knew this dude for 2 weeks and you were too weak for him. That's crazy. Tasha K asked Nikki when was the last time she smashed Derrick Jaxn. And this woman said, hold on, let me check my calendar. And she also went on to say that she documents all of her interactions with him. Now, this is somebody you slept with without protection. You sleep with him right after you met him, 2 weeks or so, pregnant in a month or less. Yet you're calculated enough and careful enough to keep documentation about the man, but not smart enough to at least wear a condom, use birth control or something. And you're a quote unquote surgeon, and you didn't take a MA. You're like the dumbest person ever. Okay, this woman she took no safety precautions. Just kept track of. It sounds like she's keeping track of who she's sleeping with in general. Like there's more guys. That's what it sounds like. Hoes do that. I'm not going to get into details. I'm not saying any names. But anyways, she said that the last time she saw Derrick was on March 18th of 2021. Now, was that a conversation or a dick appointment? I just want to know. But it sounds like she's saying that the last time he smashed allegedly was March 18th, the day after St. Patty's Day. Okay, so Tasha K said something interesting. She said she doesn't understand why Derrick Jaxn is keeping his wife around. You know, with everything that's going on and the fact that she's a very religious woman. And let me just raise my hand and answer that question. I think that he is with his wife because she knows his secrets. Also, they have children. And, you know, I think she knows way too much and he has to hold on to her to keep her silence. OK, if you think that these other women speaking up against Derrick Jaxn is something that could hinder his career, just imagine if his wife put him on blast. I mean, really went in, because she said some things on social media, but I'm talking like really decided to go in on this fool. Could you imagine? Like it could be devastating. Then again, there's some hoes that just wouldn't care because they'd be like, but Derrick got the 6-pack and Derrick fine and Derrick dark skin and I like Derrick's hairline and Derrick got them broad shoulders and Derrick got them sharp kneecaps and Derrick and I know it's big. Ooh, girl, and Derrick. You know, so there's some hoes out here who still try to holler at him regardless. But anyways, that's why, in my opinion, he stays on the wife's good side. He has to give her what she wants within reason. And when that doesn't work, spank her with God. You know, like, well, God wants us to stay together, or, you know, well, you're not acting like a woman of God right now, or, the last thing that God wants you to do is do that. The last thing that God wants you to do is get a divorce. He has the Jesus whip. So Nikki, come to find out, is a Jamaican woman with a big old donk. She has a big old booty. Now, she didn't show it to us. I mean, she doesn't have to post her face on the internet, but she can send Tasha K a picture of them cheeks so then Tasha K can post it so we can see, you know, whether or not. Matter of fact, half of you, Nikki, if you listen to this right now, half of you lying. I don't believe you. DM me. Anyways, she said that he loves women with them cheeks. However, she walks to try to slim her booty down. It sounds like she wants herself a white man. Anyway, she said that he's into the Instagram model type, you know, like what I'm into, what your man is into if you're listening to this, heifers. Well, pretty much all of us want them Instagram models. I mean, they just, shout out to Amira Dime. Amira Dime is God. Anyways, Nikki went on his wife's social media and it's like, wait a second, they're basically like opposites. And she doesn't look like one of them Instagram chicks. You know what I mean? She's fine as hell, though. Shout out to his wife is beautiful. You know, I mean, she just is like, she's just chilling in the house. She has on like cleaning clothes, you know, like when you clean your house, like that's what you wear. Or, you know, if you had to run to the grocery store at like, I don't know, if you had to run to the grocery store early one morning and it's your day off, that's how she just, listen, I got ideas. We could cut holes in those clothes, and that's all I'm going to say. You know, say she can keep that on, you know, I just need the glory holes. Let me see. So, yeah, she was like, look, his wife is like the opposite of what he likes and the opposite of him. And she also said that his wife's personality doesn't fit him because, you know, he's larger than life. And she's like this quiet, meek and humble church mouse. which I think is funny because his wife switched it up. You know, 1 minute she was like, "Oh, for the love of Jesus," and the next minute she was like, "Yeah, son, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I got the gun right here on the ankle and all that. You know, got Lloyd Banks playing in the background, and I'll come sack down. You know." Get my Mac down, you know what I'm saying? You know, I was listening to her speaking. I'm like, damn, she talk kind of like DMX or something. Like she sound like a gangster rapper. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't trust this woman, you know? She sounds like a reformed gangster, in my opinion. And, you know, I couldn't imagine the skeletons that are in her closet or bodies, allegedly. I'm just saying, she has dark energy like Billie Eilish or Angelina Jolie, Illuminati. And with that said, maybe he knows some things about her, the wife, that is, that she did, possibly some stuff maybe he took part in, wink, wink, and they just know dark things about each other, basically. I think that that's what's going on. You never know. I don't know. She just, you know, she's giving me Dexter vibes, allegedly, possibly, maybe. I'm just being stupid, okay? I'm just, for legal reasons. I'm just being entertaining here. Anyway, this heifer, Nikki, said that Derrick Jaxn will say stuff like, you know, you need to fix your nails and your eyelashes and blah, blah, blah. This is what he'll say to the mistress, to the side chick, or whatever, you know, like you need to fix yourself up. You know, look at you. You're all dressed down or whatever. And I thought this was funny because his wife walks around 24/7 wearing a hat like a cartoon character. She doesn't take that thing off to sleep or shower like Papoose, allegedly. I think his wife presses a button on her hat and then it opens up so that way she can wash the top of her head. And then she presses the button, it closes back up and it dries her head and everything. I think that there's some things going on with that hat. I think that hat is AI. I think that hat is artificial intelligence. I think she's a hologram, and she's a hologram projected by some nanoparticles that are underneath that hat. Okay, I think that hat has dark energy. Okay, that is a killing hat. I don't trust that hat. The cat in the hat. That's what that heifer looks like. I do not trust that hat. That hat is the devil. Okay, I'm saying there are horns underneath that hat. I'm not saying that the horns are attached to her head. They may be attached to the hat, but there are horns allegedly underneath that hat. Okay, allegedly. So I just thought that was an interesting coincidence that Nikki would be like, yeah, he tried to tell me that I need to do this, that, and the third to my appearance, when his wife is walking around looking like she don't give a F. But I mean, she's still fine. That face is still pretty. I can't tell what the body looks like, but Lady Gaga, poker face. So this heifer said that Derrick Jaxn be jacking. And when I say jacking, I'm talking about jacking. I'm talking about fapping. Okay? She said that he be jacking at women's jobs, that he'll just pull up with lotion on his balls with his hand moving faster than Bruce Lee, looking like a blur, fapping, stroking his ego. And it will send the heifer the video of him stroking the mean 3.5 inches. And I'm thinking like, damn, this dude sounds more and more like me every day. He likes Instagram models. He ain't about nothing. He be sending chicks videos of his hand moving fast. I'm like, this is my twin brother. My twin soul. Shout out to Derrick Jaxn. Sir, we are kindred spirits, my lord. We have a lot in common, my Jesus. I need to ask him a couple questions. Like, brother, what are you doing out here? Why are you revealing the secrets of the Who's? Or at least, why is she revealing our secrets? This is the type of stuff that me dudes like Derrick Jaxn do. Now, I don't have a car, but I did pull up on my big wheel one time, fapping at this heifer's job, and you know, I just got out. Actually, I'm in my cell right now recording this, my Jesus. But don't tell nobody. Now, she claims that when she went home to her family's house around Christmas time in 2020, he was calling her, trying to get in touch with her. And one day he called her on Christmas, actually, Christmas of 2020, at 6 or 7 o'clock. And she fell asleep after drinking with her family, you know, partying or whatever. And after missing 13 calls or so, about 13 times, Miss Receipts doesn't know the exact amount, but she said about 13 times, he finally got in touch with her. And he was saying stuff like, yo, what the F is going on, son? If you're not being honest with me, do you need to stop effing with me? You have never not answered your phone till you got home. Don't make me come and embarrass you in front of your family. She said that this Negro is psycho and that he will do pop-ups, allegedly. allegedly threatened to pop up at the family's house, waving his finger like a sassy Jackson. Okay, allegedly. And this sounds like a full-time or an overtime job for him to pretend to be a character on social media if he acts like this behind the scenes, allegedly. Allegedly. Because she's providing zero proof of anything she's saying, and it just sounds like a bunch of lip service, just a bunch of words. Do you have any proof that he's this crazy? Because she said that he grabbed her wrist and was like, yo, because like she told him like, get out of my house, whatever. He grabbed the wrist and was like, yo, I'll get up out of here whenever I want. You know, like one of them type of dudes, allegedly. Like he was like Ving Rhames and Baby Boy. Jody, you want some eggs? Like one of them type of dudes. That's the way she's talking, right? But I don't know, man. Anyway, she goes on to claim, she said he allegedly said, don't effing play with my emotions like that. You never don't answer your phone for me or whatever. And get your A back to effing Georgia now. So he was demanding, I don't know if her family lives in Tennessee or North Carolina, South Carolina. I don't know where, Florida. I don't know. Maybe she said it and I just missed it. But he told her that she needs to hop in the car and drive back now. But what if she ran out of gas and just made it worse for that? Anyways, and then she said that she was anticipating him confronting her about the situation. She was going to videotape him. Now, why would you think to do that? Why would you put a camera on Derrick Jaxn? You know that the camera loves him. You heifer. Why would you do that? Sweet Jesus. What is wrong with this woman? That would only help him. Anyways, let's go ahead and skip ahead. She says that she found out about the wife around the time that she got pregnant. However, she was under the impression they were separated for like a year and a half or close to 2 years. And since she was in Arkansas, it was hard for him to serve her papers. Now, this is the game that he ran on her, allegedly. Like, look, I can't serve her the papers, you know, because she's in Arkansas and I'm in Georgia, you know. And she doesn't want to divorce me because she comes from a Christian home and her family don't believe in that. And allegedly, her family told the constable, you know, she doesn't live here. We don't know this heifer. She doesn't live here, allegedly, or whatever. Therefore, you know, the constable couldn't serve her the papers. So I had to ask myself this question. Your family is not okay with divorce. However, lying is okay in your Christian home. Anyways, you know, but then again, Christians are always doing whatever they want, you know, as opposed to what God told them to do or whatever. So that does sound consistent for a Christian. So like Nikki said, you know, you can go and stand before a judge and get this divorce thing finalized. You could just go to the court, go to the judge or whatever, and make this divorce thing happen. And he started making excuses. Derrick, that is, explaining like, yeah, you know, I'm really busy right now, effing these hoes. I mean, I'm really busy right now, you know, I'm going to make it happen at some point, blah, 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 you know, some sorry story. Anyway, long story short, Tasha K says that this fool has a gag order on Nikki now because, you know, he knew that, I don't know, maybe he knew that she was a blabbermouth, allegedly, but I don't really know what to believe as far as what she said, you know, for the most part. Except for, I do think that they know each other. I do think that he hit it. But 5 times a day, that's like me with one of these Love and Hip Hop chicks. If you want to know who on Love and Hip Hop I would smash 5 times in one day, ask me in the comment section. Ask me. But don't just say who, because I won't know what you're talking about. Say, who on Love and Hip Hop would you smash 5 times in one day? And I'll tell you, and you might be kind of surprised. But all I know is this. Derrick Jaxn needs to go on Love and Hip Hop after this, y'all. Derrick Jaxn has to. Brother, your story's too juicy. You're the new Peter Guns. You have a side wife, sir. You're the new Peter. And you just got to make this happen, dude. And speaking of Peter Guns, y'all know darn well I'll smash Amina Butterfly 5 times in one day. So y'all already know that she's on my smash list. You dig? You know. But that let me stop. Amina's not thinking about me. I already tried to holler at Amina. She was like, "Yo, it's little. I can't do anything with that." She's like, I'm like a big daddy, not too big, but that's way too small. So, anyways, So what do y'all think about Derrick Jaxn? Y'all see how I could listen? Tell you, I could mention Portia Williams or Amina Butterfly's names in any video at any time. Try me. I could be talking about anything, and I could mention their names. They just that fine. They're just that fine. They're just that perfect. But anyways, let me know what y'all think about it below. Whose side do you want, the mistress or Derrick Jaxn's? Who do you think is innocent here? Who do you think is innocent? Who do you think is skin innocent? Skin innocent is when you're a nasty, philandering heifer. Somebody is a hoe in this story, and I'm thinking it's both of them. I believe that this woman just didn't care that he was married, allegedly. I think that she's lying about some things, withholding some informations, and I think that she's a heifer who's playing with us. I feel like she's trying to play us the way that he tried to play her. I believe that she didn't get what she wanted, and that's why she's acting like this. Imagine if Derrick came fully clean and really told the truth. I think y'all will find out that these women that are saying the stuff about him ain't about nothing. Oh, I just realized something. Does he have any pictures of this Nikki chick? Does he know where to find her on social media? What if he put her on blast and said who she was? Would that be wrong or right for him to do? Anyways, click the thumbs up button. Thumbs up this video, subscribe, choose all notifications. If y'all ever find out who this heifer is or what she looks like, let me know, because she says she got a big booty. Her face doesn't have to be in the picture of the video that you hooked me up with. I just want to know what them cheeks are looking like. Her name is Nikki. Nicki Minaj got a big old booty. Nicki Minaj got a big old booty. Every chick named Nikki has a big fake butt. So I already know them cheeks are silicone and cyclone. I already know, because every chick named Nikki has got a big old fake donkey. You dig? But anyways, speaking of big fake donks that I love, shout out to Cardi B. I just thought about her. Y'all know I love Cardi. She ain't got nothing to do with this video other than the fact I just love Cardi B. Y'all know I love her. But anyways, shout out to all you beautiful women out there. I know y'all ain't got nothing to do with this video other than the fact that I just love shouting out beautiful women. As we all know, my channel is dedicated to goddesses, to beautiful women, because you know what? I think that beautiful women should have the world handed to them. I think that the world is harsh enough on you because of the fact that you have the power of pretty. I do think that you do have pretty privilege in some cases. However, you should, because you inspire all of us. And the reason why all of us are here is because of your beauty. And I think that beautiful women should be held to a certain esteem. And I think that he did his wife dead wrong. I wouldn't care if I was married to her. She wasn't even letting me hit it. That woman is fine as hell. She is too pretty to go through this foolishness. Now, if his wife was ugly, I wouldn't care. But shit, that... I know some of y'all are like, yo, did you really just say you wouldn't care if he cheated on his wife if she was ugly? So what? So what? Like, look, we all have our vices, and none of us are perfect. And yes, I'm extremely superficial. I think that beautiful women should be placed on a pedestal. And Derrick Jaxn's wife is a whole goddess. I'm sliding up in her DMs, y'all. Wish me luck. And I'm not kidding. I'm really going to slide in her DMs. I'm very serious about that. You didn't treat her right. And I'm going to tell you, like Peter Gunn said in the song Deja Vu, slide this D up in your wife, and that's life. You should learn how to treat her. Guaranteed Peter knows how to meet her and greet her, something like that. I forget exactly how the lyrics went, but it went something like that. And that's how I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling like Peter Gunn's in the song Deja Vu. Uptown, baby. I'm feeling like your wife needs to leave with me, sir. All right. But anyways, wish me luck, y'all. I'm trying to steal Peter Gunn's wife. I'm trying to steal Amina. And I'm trying to steal Jania. I don't know what her ghetto name is. I don't even care. We just listen. We just can't name our kids these ghetto names. But anyways, Derrick Jaxn kids and my kids are about to be siblings, and I'm definitely stealing his wife. So wish me luck. All right, y'all. MAGA. Whose side do you want? I think this heifer's lying somewhat. I think she's telling the truth somewhat, but that's what hoes do. And I want to see what she looks like. I want to see if she's cute like that first mistress that came forward. That first one. What was that heifer's name? She was fine as hell. That first one, that exotic one. Woo, the one that people were saying looked like April the Baddest Jones. She didn't look like April Jones to me. She just looked fine. But anyways, I gotta go, y'all. Thumbs up the video. Say hi in the comments. You don't know what to say to let me know you listen all the way to the end of this video. Secret password to say in the comment section is more women. Because more women are going to come forward. It's not going to stop. It's going to be like Bill Cosby or Harvey Weinstein. Do y'all realize he's the new Bill Weinstein? He's the new Harvey. He's the new Harvey Cosby. Did y'all realize that Derrick Jaxn is the new scandal? All these heifers are coming forward like he got to be too.